Hey, what's up everybody? MLT Magic Tricks here. So in this video, I'm going to be performing and then teaching you this really cool no setup card trick that is perfect to perform if you have a deck of cards on you and you want to impress somebody with a trick. This one will definitely get some amazing reactions. But really quickly before we get into this performance, if you are new here to my channel, make sure you subscribe with those post notifications on for more card and magic trick performance and tutorial videos like this one. If you do enjoy this video, make sure you leave it a thumbs up. And now guys, let's get straight into this performance. Okay, so I would start off this trick by having my spectator shuffle up the cards as much as they want to. So once they're done shuffling, I would have them make a selection. So let's say my spectator chooses this card. Now for this trick, I do not want to look at the card. I'm just going to be showing you, I promise I'm not looking at it. Make sure you memorize your selection right there. Now we're going to go ahead and get my spectator's card lost somewhere into the middle of the deck. Give the cards some cuts. I'll give the pack a quick riffle shuffle as well. And just for good measure, to really lose my spectator's card, we'll give the cards a couple more cuts like that. Now at this point, I don't know what my spectator's card is. I don't know where it is in the deck. So I'm going to need some help in finding it. That is where the 4 aces come into play. So I'm going to go ahead and take out the 4 aces from the pack here. Got the ace of diamonds. We need the ace of hearts and ace of spades. So we got the ace of spades right here. And lastly, the ace of hearts. So we are going to be using these 4 aces, like I mentioned. And since I didn't see what your card is, I don't know where it is. I think the aces should actually help me find it at some point. But before we do anything else here with the aces, we're going to I'm going to introduce you basically to the 4 we got here. So we have the ace of hearts, the ace of spades, one more time, the ace of diamonds, and the ace of clubs. So we have the 1, 2, 3, and 4 aces just like this. And we're going to be trying something with these 4 aces. So basically, I'm going to turn over the top ace. I'm going to bring it to the bottom. And then if that ace makes its way back to the top, that means the suit of that ace does not match the suit of your selection. You will see what I mean by that right now. So I'm going to go ahead and turn over the top ace in our pack. We have the ace of hearts. So I'm going to turn over the ace of hearts. I'm going to bring it to the bottom, and we're going to see if it makes its way back to the top. And sure enough, the ace of hearts actually comes back to the top. So that's telling me the suit of your card is not a heart. Now, we're going to go ahead and try this again. I'm going to turn over the next top ace right here, the ace of diamonds. I'm going to bring it to the bottom. Now, we're going to see if the ace of diamonds made its way back to the top. Sure enough, the ace of diamonds actually came back to the top. So I don't think the suit of your card is a diamond either. Now, we are only left with 2 aces here. We're going to go ahead and check out the ace of spades. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over. I'm going to bring it to the bottom. Now, let's see if the ace of spades came back to the top. Right here, the ace of spades did, in fact, come back to the top. So the ace of spades right there, we're going to go ahead and get these aces lost into the deck. So the last ace right here, the ace of clubs, is leading me to believe that the suit of your card is a club. Now, I'm not going to turn over the ace of clubs just yet. I'm going to spread out the deck face down first. You guys will see that, wait, the ace of clubs is somehow the only face-up card in this entire deck, but I thought this was the ace of clubs. So if the real ace of clubs is right here, this card should be your selection, somehow the 10 of clubs. So guys, that is the trick. I really hope you enjoyed this one. If you want to learn how to perform this amazing card trick, make sure to stick around for the tutorial. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that performance, and credit to Aldo Colombini for this effect. Now let's get right into the tutorial. So for this trick, all you're going to need is a deck of cards with the 4 aces, and you're good to go. So you can start off by having your spectator shuffle up the deck as much as they want to. And once your spectator's done shuffling, you're going to have them choose a card. So technically, they have a free selection. However, if your spectator does choose one of the 4 aces, the trick isn't really going to work. So an obvious workaround for that, guys, is if you just start with the 4 aces face down off to the side. And honestly, I would recommend you guys do that just so you don't run into any issues with your spectator choosing one of the 4 aces as their selection. Obviously, the probability that's pretty low if you have a full deck here, but just to not risk it, I would recommend starting with the 4 aces face down off to the side. Either way, I will explain how you adapt to that subtle change later in the tutorial. It's really not too big of a deal. But anyways, your spectator is going to choose a card, and just have them memorize it. You do not want to look at it, but for the tutorial, we'll go ahead and take a look. So in this case, we have the 7 of spades. You're going to control your spectator selection to the top of the deck. In the performance, I place the card in the middle. I push down with my thumb and then upwards, got this thumb break, transferred it over to a pinky break, took half the cards from this top portion from the break, placed those down, took the rest of the cards from the break, placed those on the table, took this final packet, placed that on top, and I've just controlled the spectator selection, the 7 of spades, to the top of the deck. So from here, you're just going to maintain their card on top. You can do a riffle shuffle, keeping their selection on the top of the deck. You can also do some false cuts. And guys, at this point, you're going to tell your spectator you don't know what their card is and you don't know where it is, but in reality, you do know where the card is. You just do not know what it is from here. However, guys, for this trick, you actually do need to know your spectator's card, specifically the suit. That's all you're concerned with. So here's how you take a peek at your spectator's card. So if you had the 4 aces as part of the deck when your spectator chose a card, if you have the aces, in the deck, you're going to take them out one at a time. They're going to be scattered throughout the deck here. So you're going to be spreading through, just looking for the 4 aces. And as you're going to want to spread to the top, and kind of as you get to the top here, casually turn the cards up towards you like you're squaring them up, but take a subtle peek at the top card because that is going to be your spectator selection. In this case, we have the 7 of spades. Just remember the suit, spades, that's all you're concerned with. So you're going to square up the deck, and you're going to, that's how you memorize your spectator's card if you had the 4 aces as part of the deck. However, if you had them off to the side at the start, which honestly, guys, like I said, I do recommend, if you have them off to the side here, at the start of the trick, you're going to tell your spectator, okay, why don't you go ahead and hand me the 4 aces. While your spectator is doing that, casually just move over the top card a little bit, take a peek. You're going to see spades. It's all you need to know. You're going to square it up. Your spectator's not going to notice that. And by just doing that subtle move, you identify the suit of your spectator's card. So that is how you work around that part if you had the aces on the table. So either way, you are going to know your spectator's suit at this point in the trick. Now, another very important part is how you pick up the aces in the order. So we have the 7 of spades. You're going to take the ace with the corresponding suit, in this case, the ace of spades. This card needs to be on top. So this is how I would pick up the cards. The ace of spades now, guys, is on the top of our 4 ace packet. Whichever ace that has the corresponding suit to your spectator's card needs to be on the top. So if we had the 7 of clubs, the ace of clubs would be on top. But in this case, like I mentioned, we had the 7 of spades. Ace of spades is on top, and then you're going to casually put this packet of cards on top of the deck, and you need to get a little pinky break below their card, which is on top. Push over, pull back. You got a pinky break like that, kind of conceal it. You're going to place the 4 aces on. You're doing that because you need to steal your spectator selection as part of the ace packet. So you're going to pick up all 5 cards now, place the deck face up, make sure it's face up. That's very important. The deck needs to be face up here on the table. Put it close to you. And from here, you're ready to move on. So you're going to tell your spectator that you're just going to introduce them to the 4 aces. You're going to take each one. You're going to place it face down on the bottom, like so. Go one at a time, just like this. Now, after you've done all the 4 aces, the top card it's going to be face down. That's going to be your spectator selection. So your spectator believes you have 4 cards, just the 4 aces, and you really want them to think that you only have 4 cards. So you're going to say, we have the 4 aces, 1, 2, 3. Now be careful with this bottommost portion, remember, because this is going to be a double packet. So keep it square. Now as you're squaring this the 4 cards up in reality,